Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's a super exciting day for me. I love this time of year because we have our beautiful crop of garlic. And although the bulbs aren't quite ready to harvest, we get a second crop when we grow garlic. These are called a garlic scape. Now don't feel bad if you don't know what these are, because before I started farming and gardening, I had no idea what they were. They're an amazing vegetable herb that we can use in all sorts of cooking in our kitchen. They have a garlic onion taste and they're super easy to cook. You could roast them whole if you wanted to on the grill. You could slice them and freeze them for later. You can also use them for your salads fresh. Chop them up thinly and they're good to go. By picking the garlic scapes, our bulbs will actually grow larger because the plant is redirecting all of its energy to the bulb instead of the flower. This here is where the flower would form and all of the seeds would grow. But by picking it, we're telling the plant to focus its energy on the bulb. Let's get to picking before that sun gets too hot. It looks like we have finished our row. There's always going to be a few left behind because they look so similar to all the leaves. But we'll come back again in a little bit and just make sure that we've harvested all of them. Look at all those. We did pretty good this year, I think. Now we actually grow enough garlic for our family for the entire year. These help us get by because our family loves garlic. So we're going to take all of our garlic scapes and we're going to chop them up. I will save a little bundle of them though to eat fresh, and they'll keep in the fridge for about a week, maybe 2 weeks. And I usually put them in a jar of water so that they don't shrivel up and get limp. It helps them stay fresh. But first, I'm gonna tie my hair back. Don't want any hairs in our food. So I'm just gonna stretch it out like this. They're so curly, so it can be a little bit of a pain to work with them. But if you just stretch them out as you go, it helps. And you can see I chopped them up about this size, and those will just go right in the freezer. Get over there. All right. Now, when you get down to the flower portion, you'll notice it kind of changes a little bit what the scapes look like. So you can kind of see that's the end, and then this is what the flower looks like. But the flower is not fully grown, so there's no seeds in there, no petals or anything like that. Some of these little ends can be quite the little stinkers. I believe one of our subscribers had mentioned they have been a chef for about 30 years. If you are watching this and you have a tip for me that will help me cut these without them being such a pain because they're so curly, I would love to hear it. You can let me know if you've worked with garlic scapes in your past. I can usually just hold them down and it works pretty well, but just gotta try not to cut my fingers. So I love how I was just talking about being careful cutting the garlic scapes, because look at me. I turned the camera off and I cut a nice big chunk out of my finger. Not fun. So I'm actually gonna take a break from cutting up the scapes. We're gonna move on to making my biscuits while I still have my fingers intact. These guys can wait. They actually keep really well in the fridge. So I'm going to wrap them up and stick them in the fridge until I'm feeling ready for cutting again. I might actually try using my food processor. It's just a little tricky because I just don't know how that's going to work. Well, I'll give it a go though, because that would make things a lot quicker. It's actually Father's Day today, and we have a special meal planned. I'm making baby back ribs, some homemade baked beans, and I'm trying out a new recipe. We'll see how it turns out. They're going to be bacon cheddar garlic scape scones. I'll leave the recipe for the scones in the description below. To start off our scones, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 2 cups of freshly milled wheat. Now, I don't always use all-purpose flour in my bread products because the whole wheat definitely sits better with us, but the all-purpose is nice to use, at least to mix in sometimes with that whole wheat, because it definitely fluffs things up. And since we're doing a special dinner tonight, I wanted to give the scones that added texture. So that's 2 cups of all-purpose and 2 cups of soft wheat. Next, I'm going to add in all of my dry ingredients. We're going to do a heaping tablespoon of baking powder, 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt. We like things pretty salty in this house, so I'm going to lean towards the 2 teaspoon mark. A 1/4 cup of sugar. Okay, so that's it for our dry ingredients. We're going to give that a quick stir. Next, I'm going to take some cold butter and we're going to grate it in there. You can also chop it, but I find this to be quicker. We're going to give that a quick mix. Next, we're going to add in some sour cream. This is about 1/2 cup of milk. I'm adding 2 eggs because my eggs are a bit smaller right now, but 1 large egg would be fine, or 2 small ones. That's the thing with chickens on the homestead. Your egg sizes aren't always right. I'm going to use the corner of my bowl to mix all those wet ingredients together, and then I'll start adding in the flour. So before I mix it all together, we're going to add in our scapes, our bacon, and our cheddar. And the reason I'm going to wait before everything's mixed is so that we don't overmix the flour, because the last thing we want is a chewy biscuit. And when you overmix flour, it creates a greater gluten structure, which will actually make your product a lot chewier. So we're going to slip these in there before that happens. So it's about 1 cup of garlic scapes and 1 cup of bacon. And then about 1 cup of cheese. So that's going to wind up being 1 cup of milk. So I'm actually making this recipe straight from my brain. I'm trying to write down all the measurements for you. Happy Father's Day. Everything's so good. It's hard to do one-handed. Don't watch me. You're not supposed to watch me, Hank. Stop staring at me. Oh, goodness.